Let's deal with the affidavits that are on record, and we have furnished them to the nominee. I believe you got them, Moses?
Yes, I did, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Did you or did you not waive money that you had received a bribe from Kimunya? I think that is what Ichungo was asking.
Chair, I think when I waived the money, I did not say it was from Kimunya. I was only pointing out that there has been efforts to control Parliament from outside. I believe Parliament is a very important institution. And if I am approved by this House Chair, I will do everything possible to ensure that for those of us in executive, leave Parliament to do its own work.
Are you waiving your own money?
Yes, I was waiving my own money.
The next batch of 4.
Chair, I think I have some questions I didn't answer.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to dispense of
okay, fine.
chapter 6 issues. So that,
the remaining questions?
Yes. So on the question by Honorable Shongwa about Ethiopia, indeed, as a very pertinent issue. Ethiopia is a huge market, 120 million in population. It represents a very big opportunity for Kenya in terms of matters trade. And not just Ethiopia, the whole of Africa is a very huge opportunity. Kenya has deposited all the instruments under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. And if I'm approved by this House, one of my priority areas is to ensure that Kenya exploits the huge potential of intra-Africa trade. Currently, intra-Africa trade is only 19%, and this is a conversation I'll be having with my colleagues across Africa to be able to raise this percentage to somewhere even in the region of our East African community, intra-regional trade, which is now standing at 45%. Only 2 weeks ago, I was in Ethiopia as part of President William Ruto's delegation when we launched Safaricom Ethiopia. Again, a very important milestone there. We did even push for Safaricom Ethiopia to get its mobile money business there. And the issue of Safaricom and M-Pesa enabling trade and enabling us to trade within each other is very important. I look forward to working with our side and the Ethiopian side to be able to even work to ensure that we can use our local currencies for trade. Both countries, Kenya and Ethiopia, are having some challenges on the forex market. And so there exist opportunities for us to use our local currencies for trade. We have now around 35 countries have deposited instruments within the ACFTA, and indeed opportunities really do abound. Again, 2.5 weeks ago, Kenya did flag off, President Ruto did flag off the first consignment of tea to Ghana under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Guided Trade Mechanism. President Ramaphosa is expected here in the next few weeks in this endeavor of ensuring that Africa, before we look for markets beyond our borders, we exploit what exists here. I've been a question about our traders in the informal sector, in Nyamakema, in all other areas. And it's true that our business community and our traders have gone through very difficult times having their goods auctioned. We've had before presidential events for banning of goods. Not before we used to have banning of ivory and such kind of things. Now we've had presidential events for banning of goods and all. I would want to assure our business community that if I'm approved for this position, I will ensure that our people are free to do business and to have an environment where they are not. We have to stop the culture of criminalizing enterprise. And that's why we say as Kenya Kwanza that every hustle matters. The question by Honorable Junet Mohammed about counterfeit is very important. But let me say this about counterfeit. If I have had this discussion with our anti-counterfeit agency, I would wish that the efforts we extend to fight counterfeit is for protecting local manufacturers. And if I'm approved for this position, I will do everything possible to protect local manufacturers. We have to grow our manufacturing, Our current GDP contribution from manufacturing is 7.5%. This is not acceptable, and it is my endeavor to see this grow to 20%. So in doing this, we have to protect our local manufacturers. Now, does our current effort of fighting counterfeit protect local manufacturers? Yes and no. In most cases, you will find that our fight against counterfeit is for protecting holders of IP for imported goods, not for local manufacturing. I have one example where some 2 weeks ago, I got a call from a certain member of parliament about to asking for some opinion or some help, because some people, some of youth from his constituency had been arrested for selling some shoes which go by the name of Timberland, which were said to be counterfeited. And I was wondering, and I had to ask my son, because I'm not very conversant with this brand, how would I know, as a cabinet secretary nominee even, genuine Timberland, which is not manufactured here in Kenya, and imported Timberland? And I would wish that that effort, or those boys were arrested for counterfeiting butter shoes, so that we know we are protecting our butter shoe factory and the jobs which are there. So we need to look at this issue of counterfeit and ask ourselves, are we just protecting holders of IP, foreign IP, or are we protecting local industry? If it is about protecting local industry, we will do everything possible. If it is just about protecting foreign IP, this is a conversation we are going to open with holders of foreign IPs. And I'm glad that that member, without trying to influence this committee, who asked me for this help, the honorable member for Nakuru East is in this committee.